Hello everyone. In this video, I'm going to show you the path, the easiest path to make $10,000 in just 90 days. And believe me, if you will be able to understand this one concept really, really well, and from the bottom of your heart, you will make $10,000 very, very sooner. You can make it less in maybe in just 2 months. You don't need like 90 days, but for that to happen you have to understand this one core concept of that actually run the entire world, right? So now the concept is supply and demand, right? So whatever you want to sell, you have to basically understand this one concept. Let's say for example, if you want to sell a physical item, right? So now if you don't know what is the supply and the demand in the market, you will not be able to understand and you will not be able to understand how to sell it, how much to sell it, how the unit economics will is running right now, right? So and all of that stuff, but again, let me make it simplify for you. So basically this is very, very easy to understand concept, and but again it took me like uh, a really good 1 year to understand this same concept, because I was like just doing everything randomly in my life when I was like trying to figuring out the sales system for a couple of niches, which I can of course like I cannot reveal right now. But yeah, my core philosophy now is that whenever I want to tap into a new industry, I always look at the supply and the demand side, right? And if I can say that, okay, hey, here's the supply and here's the demand, and if I can fulfill both, that means that this is the golden niche or the industry for me which I can tap into, and then basically I can make a hell lot of money out of it, right? So now let's say if you don't run by this, you will not be able to make anything, or you will not be able to make any substantial amount, right? So basically if you can live it by, if you can implement this particular uh, concept, you can make a really, really good money in next 90 days. Maybe it could be more than like $10,000, right? But again, let's give it right now the number very intact and very realistic if you're just starting it out, right? So now let's talk about how it works with the sales system that I'm going to show you. So basically, let's say for example, let's take an example of one of the skill set that you may have. You like, maybe let's say let's assume that you're really, really good at SEO, or maybe paid ads, or maybe selling something, right? And you want to help all of these B2B businesses. Maybe you could also pick like a very specific niche in the B2B, maybe B2B commerce or B2B SaaS, right? But let's for the sake of this video, let's take an example of B2B businesses where we will keep it very broad, right? So now the question is how you can let them know that you can help them with your services, and your services could be a really, really good addition to their marketing motion, right? So now there are multiple ways of doing that, and mainly there are like four ways that I can like I can show you, which like one is running paid ads, and basically by doing that you can show them, you can present your services in front of your ICP. Let's say you can run like ads on Facebook, you can run ads on Instagram and LinkedIn, on Google, whichever wherever your ICP is, you can basically run ads on that. Right now, the problem with this particular channel or the tactic or the program is that it is very, very money intensive, right? So basically you have to invest a lot of cash into that, right? And there's a lot of money will go into trial and testing, trying out and testing out, and error and trial basically. And let's say if you're totally beginner, I would not recommend this particular method until you reach to $10,000, right? So again, we'll not look into that. Now the second method that most people are talking about is organic social, where they actually trying to post on LinkedIn, they try to post on like Facebook, Instagram, depending on their target industry and the ICP. So now again, this is one of the really this is one of the most effective way of getting clients, but again also a very, very slow process. Let's say we're just starting it out, your number one goal should be to your number one goal should be to get clients as soon as possible, right? Now with that goal, this particular channel is not aligning with that goal, right? So we are not going with that as well. Third one is cold DM, again super effective if you know how to do it, if you know how to approach it, and if you have a really good social skill, and you know you can basically do a lot of conversation, a very happily and natural conversation on social media platform, then this channel is for you, right? Because then in this particular channel you need to have a lot of very non-interested non-salesy conversation with your prospect in order to convert them. Right now again I might be completely wrong, because then I have seen few people who are like doing it really really effectively, but I've tried it in the past, it worked at some extent, but then again I could not scale it, right? So again, so that's not my territory right now, I can say. Now the fourth one is like a really really effect, and one of the most effective out of all of this channel is cold email, because I've done it, I've like I've scaled it for other businesses as well, and the ROI is like insane, right? The versus the amount you invest. So now as I already mentioned about all of these four channels, now you're like um, what you can do is that, let's say if you pick cold email, because and by the way you should, because if you are watching this video and if you're following my channel, because I'm like the hardcore fan of cold email, right? So now once you, let's say, want to go with cold email, now what you need to do is you basically need to present yourself as a supplier to your ICP, right? Now again there are like different models that you can use within supply and demand concept, but again this is one of the models that I'm right now giving you via this video. So now here you are presenting yourself as a supplier to your ICP, but if you don't know there's a demand or not, and if you don't know, so then you are actually playing in dark, right? You are like just assuming that there's a demand for your services in your industry, right? So now again you might be thinking fine, but what's the point over here, right? So now let's take a cold email as a channel, because that's what we are going to use to find clients who need your service in this particular video, right? So for this you need to basically find some signals that actually shows that your ICP is looking for your service, or showing some intent signal that actually led to the growth. Right now again you might have a question that what are the signals that we should be looking at in order to understand that if there is a demand or not for your particular services in your industry that you are targeting, right? So basically signals like hiring, let's say if you are going to pitch SEO or paid ads, you should be looking at uh, LinkedIn jobs, or maybe any other job boards like Indeed, Glassdoor, Google Jobs, right? And then you should be looking at that, whether the ICP is like hiring for, let's say, any kind of a SEO role or the marketing role. Maybe if they get, you can find, if you can find like companies who are just recently funded. If you can find companies who are looking to expand or are already expanding, right? What do I mean by that is that, let's say you can find a lot of companies who are just doing expansion in terms of like they are opening up a new offices, they are actually hiring for a lot of roles, right? Let's say if they just recently funded, they are actually investing a lot of that investment into themselves, right? In marketing, in research, and all of that. So that is what do I mean by expansion. Now the fourth one is like, let's say now if they are talking about a new channel on their LinkedIn post, on their Facebook, Instagram, so these are some of the signals that you can look at, and you can basically then basis on that create a list of people who are actually showing this signal. Right now this is how you should create a list, a high intent list, which you know that okay, these people are looking for services that I'm offering, and so like there's a demand for it, right? Now I just need to basically be in front of them and show them that okay, hey, I can fulfill this demand if you can let me, right? So now once you identify any of these signals, you need to build a list with any of the signals, and for that you need couple of tools. Now I'll be showing you what are the tools that you will be needing in order to do this, right? So basically the number one tool that I myself using to build a list is Apify. Again, this is a scraping platform. You can find a lot of scrapers, and you can basically scrap data of companies and peoples who are actually into this big companies or like the businesses, right? And basically you can also filter out some you can also look at some signals as well through this. So I'll be showing you how you can do that in a minute. Yeah. So uh, so in order to do that, just go to apify.com, sign up with your account, and then basically you will come over to this console.apify.com, right? Once you are on this particular screen, you can of course, like if you're just starting it out, you can just begin with the free account. But again, let's say if you want to do it on a scale, if you want to scrape a lot of leads like 1000, 2000, 3000, you have to basically you have to have a paid account, right? So yeah, depending on your requirement. But yeah, right now you can let's say if you're just starting it out, just keep it a free and then see and learn how to use it. And then yeah, so now, first step over here is that we'll go to the Apify store. Now, before that, we need to understand, we need to have a clarity on like what exactly we want to scrap, right? So, for example, let's in my case, I want to scrap companies who are like hiring for SEO role, right? So, what I would do is that basically I would like type it out Indeed, right? I want to scrap this data from Indeed. So basically, I'll type it out this Indeed, click enter, and then basically I'll see which one is really good. Again, in my opinion, because I'm using this platform for a while, so I know which scrapers are really really good. So in my opinion, this one is like really good. I'm like using this scraper from last if I'm not wrong, like last 4 to 5 months, right? So and then this is really really good, right? So now just click on that, and again, this scraper is like $20 a month plus usage. So so like just use it with cautious, right? So basically, if you want to use this, you can take a 1 day trial, but after that you have to pay $20 a month plus you have to pay per data scraped, right? So again, if you want some option for free scrapers, what you can do is that basically let me show the list of actors that I have. So yeah, this is also one of the scraper that I'm using, Indeed Job Scraper. Again, over here you don't need to pay monthly fee, but you need to pay per result fee, right? So let's say if you want to find 1,000 jobs, you have to pay like 0.10. And again, this is also like pretty well. Like also using it for like 2 weeks, and this is like, as you can see, I've like run it 6 times, and I've got some really really good data out of it, right? So how to use it? Once you are on this particular screen, go to input, and over here basically you have to enter the country. You have to like select the country from the drop down. Again, you can also keep it blank as well. It's not a must to have, right? So then this is really really important. Over here basically what you can do is you can enter the job title that you want to scrap, right? So in our case we want to scrap job title that contains SEO, right? Now a location could be, maybe I don't want to, let's select the location. Let's say if I want to scrap companies who are like hiring for SEO roles in United States, right? So I'll click on that. I'll limit it to 10 only for now. But yeah, again, you can set your own numbers over here. And then date posted, I want to have a jobs that are like posted in last 14 days, right? So again, you can select any time frame that you want. But yeah, I always prefer last 14 days. And then once that is done, click on save and start. And then within few minutes, it will give you the data, right? So yeah, now we'll wait for some time and we'll see what exactly we will get out of this particular search. Yeah, so I'll come back after I get, oh yeah, nice. So again, we have got like 10 results out of it, and then we'll see basically what. So again, these are all the data that you will get with all the details, all the possible details like occupations, locations, language, parent employer, and all of that. So basically job title is like sales and marketing, for example, digital marketing, marketing associate, senior WordPress developer, chief marketing officer. Again, few roles are like little irrelevant, but again I could say like these are like pretty much good list. This is pretty much good list, right? So again, now the number one question is that how can you find the company website and the company company's name, right? Or like who is hiring for this roles. So basically, as you can see, these are some condensed data that you can just hover over and then see what are the fields, what fields are included in this one, right? So as you can see, yeah. Now let's say employer. So again, this is the name of the company. Okay, you can again see this is the name of the company. This is the few other details of the company. uh, this is the website of that company. Again, sometimes you find website, sometimes you don't, but don't worry. I think what we can do is that we can enrich all of this data with our tool that we have. So let me show you that. So once you have data ready with you, so basically what you can do is you can just come over to this enrichment studio, and this is our flagship offering along with the mails finder, right? So again, in order to use this tool, you have to have a mails finder subscription, right? So basically how you can get that, so just go to mailsfinder.com. And by the way, a lot of people has already have signed up and are using this particular tool, which is a very cost effective tool, right? So just now click on start free trial, and you will land on this particular page. Again, I only have logged in, so I do not have to. But if you're doing it for the first time, you will see the login screen. Just sign up with your account, email ID, and password, and then that's it. Now, once you are into the mail finder, just go to credits and billing, and then upgrade your account to any of this plan, right, through agency or lifetime. And believe me, any of this plan would be a really helpful, because then you will get access to this enrichment studio, which is a complete enrichment platform that actually par with clay. Now if you don't know clay is a OG tool when it comes to GTM or like the outbound space, right? And then this one, in terms of enrichment, it is like way better than clay, because then we have a lot of functionalities that can actually help you to create a really good email copy, because it has been trained on my own framework that I'm using in order to get a lot of replies from my campaign. And so I like instilled all of those framework into this particular solution, and now you can basically have access to that as well, right? So let me show you that. So so basically, let's say for example, if you go to email copy, so over here you can see the like prompt predefined prompt template, right? So again, you can choose from any of this prompt template. But let's say if you want to, again there are like custom openers as well. But let's say for example, if you want to use your custom prompts or like the custom angles or the framework, what you can do is just go to custom prompts, click on new prompt, give it a name, and then add your template, right? And then it will be integrated into here, and then you will see that in the drop down itself, and then just select it and use it to generate email copies, right? So this is like really flexible. And also let me show you one more thing. So for example, if once you upload the CSV file, again very soon we are also going to integrate Google Sheet as well. So you just need to copy paste the URL of the Google Sheet, and it will take care of everything, right? So now let's upload any one of the file. Let's end this one, and let me click on that. So now again, because in the clay you will get the table level editing, inline editing, and you can basically also enrich data cell by cell, right? So you can have that functionality here as well. Over here basically you can add a new column by clicking right click on, by just doing right click on any column, right? And then basically, let's say if you want to find an email in this particular cell, click, then let's say if you want to verify this, click on verify, and the enrichment will start running, and then it will basically gives you the result over here. No data return. Okay, let me, oh yeah, this is there. Okay. Hmm. Oh nice. Okay, let me load any other table. Yeah, let's load it over here, and then let's find let's say let's verify the email over here. No data return. Okay, nice. Okay, so again, this is how you can basically run the enrichment as well. Just upload your data and then enrich. Either you can enrich entire CSV file, or you can enrich one by one, like the particular column, right, that you want to enrich. So this is very flexible. And one more thing that is like also really important and useful is like website scraper, right? So basically what you can do is that once you have a domain name or the website of the company, basically you can then run the website scraper, and then basically you can get the summarized information from the website URL, right? And you can use that to personalize your email. So that is very important. And again, we are going to add a couple of more things in order to make it really no brainer for any outbound specialist who are like doing outbound for companies or like for themselves, right? So again, this is a flagship product that we are yet to launch, but still, let's say if you sign up with mailsfinder.com and purchase any one of the plan, we'll basically give it to you for completely free. You just need to bring your own API key, like you need to have a mails finder and all of this other API key. And also with that, we'll give you the 80,000 credits for 5 crores, so that you don't need to pay, you don't need to have a paid plan of that, right? And then yeah, that's how you can basically take advantage of this flagship model or the broad solution, right? So again, once you have the data, you have to basically enrich that. You can do that via mails finder flagship solution. And then once you enrich all of your data, what you need to do is that you need to basically upload all of those contacts into your outreach tool, which can be like smart lead, instantly, or plus five. Again, we are going to also integrate that into the enrichment studio, so that you can directly upload your list into your choice of outreach tool without logging into that particular tool, right? So again, that's how you run this campaign. And then once you started and then once you start getting replies, basically then you will have to reply back them like in 5 to 10 minutes, otherwise the deal will lose, right? So that's the entire framework on like how you can basically get or you can find clients who immediately need your services, right? So it is signal based, it is like intent based, like you detect the intent of your client, and then basically you basically uh, chip in into the at the right time. You chip in at the right time, right? So that's how you can basically make a hell lot of money with the sales system, right? So timing, and the data quality is everything. Everything else is a noise. Whatever like you hear is a noise, right? If you're not making money, everything else is noise. So just focus on this system and just follow this exact step for next 90 days, and believe me, you will be making more than this. So yeah, I hope you found this video really helpful, and if yes, like this video, share this video, and subscribe this channel to your so that I can make such more videos on to this channel. And I hope you find a lot of value out of it. So yeah, thank you so much for watching this video. Bye bye, take care.